So, just refinished 7.4 on an alt because I skipped everything on my main in order to do like extreme ASAP upon server up. So now we're going to start 7.5 proper. I have not done the cutscenes for these. I do not know what happens, and I've managed to somehow avoid it. Other than a few people just saying, like, I like Halmerad even more now. That's about it. That's literally the only comment I've seen. So, now I get to find out the whole Enuo zero goal. I get to find out how all that's involved. Other than a few, I think I read like a few lines of dialogue when I was going through it. But here we go. This is patch 7.5 part 1. Patch 7.5 part 2 will be in September? September. Yeah. And no spoodles. In fate's footsteps. I trust you're able to get plenty of rest. Good, I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see Milala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in the Leven-racked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt Alexandria will provide much needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of the preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his dark primal, and there's likewise much of that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you come to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Dutra Lab when you're ready. I'm ready now! Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. G'raha going to the School of the Warrior of Light, responding with emotes. Then again, he is one of our biggest fanboys, so no surprise there, really. The Dutra Lab. Oh, right, the Dutra Lab is up here. I was thinking it was the back rooms. Idiot. He's copying our style. Listen, Alisei came first, then G'raha. Different minds, same idea. They both just really like... A lot of people really like us. Omega was a copycat. He tried to do what we were doing. Don't worry, man. It worked out for you in Ultimate, much to my dismay. Sort of. You didn't win, but it certainly was a better attempt, I guess. I'll still always appreciate the Resident Evil style quest we got in here. I don't care if people complained about it. I loved the quest line that was going through here. I mean, it was also really easy, but like not easy in like a bad way. Easy and I was largely inoffensive if you, I feel like if you didn't like it.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report.
Thanks, Shale.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents.
As expected.
A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor.
Fortunately for you, I know.
I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
I hate the way that bum boy looks, man. I made him that way on purpose, but still. I'm gonna give him purple skin next expansion.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds.
I don't know how I'll know it's purple,
was a
but...
treasured relic of the Milala. And just
Yep,
as the
we know
Milala
that.
were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, So too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required.
Yeah, being me.
Which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
Don't worry, I'll figure it out.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoraljah in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
Briefly.
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Nod. Every time.
Give me a moment.
Love a good nod. Mikey! I don't know, dude. It just looks like it was a twist top. But do we really need the device to do all that? I don't like the way Y'shtola's looking at that key. I really don't like the way she's looking at that. It's getting worse. It's getting even worse.
What?
Y'shtola?
I know that she sees everything
This is the
so
first
very
time
different.
I beheld the key in all its
Yeah.
unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Yeah, I gotta remember the way she... That's probably the first time we've seen something the way she sees it. Because remember, her eyes don't work.
The ornamentation
She's blind,
is
technically.
reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
Yeah, it glowed before I fought Queen Eternal. It reminds me of Azim's crystal. They haven't ever brought up her ether sight killing her again. But she still uses ether to see.
With Asm. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
They haven't mentioned her slowly dying since Heaven's Ward.
My apologies.
Did you just get a phone call during a meeting, Kryl? Come on now.
Hello? Yes, this is Kryl speaking.
Good morning, Rayleigh. Good morning, Beemore. Yeah, I mean, that could always be a translation thing. Retcon is not really the right word. Just a localization that wasn't wholly
Ojika
accurate.
with a message for us.
Ojika, been a while.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
Hey, that's the line from the trailer.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Oh, Shale.
The goatee.
I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done.
Don't worry, Shale. We'll be back. You're too
We
smart
will
for
be
us to leave forever.
Indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours.
Listen, Shale's so
We'll never
smart.
forget
Ain't
the
no way we're not
sacrifices
going to be
you've made
relying
for
on
us,
Shale
for Alexandria.
some expansions in the future.
In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
I don't know. I'm scared with her being near that key.
And might I borrow the key for a while?
I'm especially
I wish
afraid
to
of her
study
having the
it
key
further.
now.
With the utmost care, I assure you.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Now, if only I had a Doom Train weapon on this character so we could hear the choo-choo train every time. Yeah, we've got a really bad history with leaving rocks behind with the wrong people. Granted, we don't know if this is the wrong people. They're currently the right people, but I've got a bit of a complex about leaving strange rocks behind with people. I feel like every relic of immense power we've ever obtained or been close to in this game, we have horribly mismanaged. Cast it into the abyss! This surely won't be a problem later! Welcome back. And what a pleasure it is to see you too, Slacker. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt it prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. It so happens we reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Istola have matters well in their hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from the journey. Bro, it's been like 8 seconds. I just teleported here. I'm over it, man. Yeah, if someone asks nicely, we just always say yes. Yeah, Tataru is away on business trips. Quite frequently. I would love to go catch up with the Four Lords one more time. Tataru's the new Rowena, after all. A commerce queen.
Planning your next journey?
Planning my next journey.
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask.
No, I hated seeing my parents and grandmother. Hated it. Terrible.
Welcome back.
Tataru just kicking the door open. Wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures.
You know Alphino.
It was only once they departed for Garlemald that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
That's not good.
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea. It's as if a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those
like
regions with a
Garlemald.
deep connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
The innocents aren't ready
A deeper
for Chort.
connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
War!
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the
I mean, we
trouble
knew
began,
that, but
and
lore!
have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
A short while earlier, in Tertium. Hello, Euless.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn Servant, Galul Jajar.
Thanks, Twice.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
He did say that.
A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolal.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
My good man Euless. I need a meat-filled bun right now. A buzz, I believe they're called.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
I sure hope, man. It's been almost 2 expansions. You gotta achieve something sooner or later, my guy.
To affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much.
Hello,
And
young
now
sire.
that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
but are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Euless, this ain't nothing, my dude. They went to another shard and aged a year. They're good. Okay, but they're about to be very busy.
Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Clyteum squadron reporting in. We're under attack. Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection. Damn it. Is that another Fisher? No, no, no! Ah!
That guy didn't make it.
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
He surely met short.
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
Don't worry, I'm on my way.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Good morning, False.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
That conversation got cut short. That's a good one, chat. That's a good one. I've been told Alfino and Alice have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid on the front lines. They seem intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements are ready, but I shall tell them to wait until you arrive. Good morning, Shizu. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there's yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste for Tertium. Run! Okay, I'm gonna teleport. You guys know you can teleport from in here, right? You don't. It works anywhere. Mostly. No, okay, I'll see you there. Ah, Snaka, you've made it in time. Well, part 2 definitely won't have a dungeon or a trial, no.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
I like your pauldrons, my guy.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are 2 focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
Yeah, but the Void is a rough one.
The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
He's like, they better be doing good. They have home field advantage.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clyteum. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of Voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
Yes.
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you.
Thank you.
The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
Well, given the way they're saying the name, I'm gonna guess not. Alright, I'm gonna make a quick PF for this. I need to quickly be right back before I do this dungeon, but first come, first serve. If anyone wants the first time bonus, second chance points, whatever. Passwords 1227 on... I'm actually... Oh yeah, this character's on Ether. This character is not a Crystal native, yeah. On Ether. So I will be right back. Alright, we're all good. Everything should be fixed now. We are all set. Okay, cool. And we have the full party. Yeah, I was cleaning up a cat mess. And all of a sudden the audio stopped and I'm like, that's weird. Okay, let's do the Clyteum. Sure. Good morning, Dante. Short it up. This is such a good remix of the Tower of Babel theme. Well, I mean, I did the dungeon, Dante. Hey, I love the original. But I like this version. It's a good remix. Is that the Abyssos sword? God, that looks so good. I haven't seen the Abyssos Dark Knight sword in a while. That's a good one. Abyssos do have some goated stuff. Ain't no denying that. I used a lot of the Abyssos gear just outright. I just forgot how good the sword was. Via Varus. Varus is back. Yo, what's going on, Saint? No, nobody tells me I look amazing on any day. Especially not with this bun boy I'm using right now.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
This bum boy anything but that. Should've just walked through that. Hope you're doing alright, boss. You're a sight for sore eyes. Yeah, your eyes are gonna be sore if you look at me and look at my character too closely, that's for sure. Oh no, the bun boys generally look fine. I made this one to not look fine. No, it's just my ult. Let us through!
We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
It's not just the goatee, but the goatee really doesn't help. I know everyone's really focused on Mr. Chort, but I actually love the design of a Void Scent attaching itself to a spider tank. Big fan of an Ahriman affected spider tank. Yeah, the boss models are all really good. I look at him like, I like the animation of him actually looking around here too. You can see his eyeball moving. Motion scanner. I don't know if are you allowed to act? Oh my, I was holding right click. Yeah, holding right click can get you really, you know that actually does a lot of damage to people in Enuo. I see a lot of people who are holding right click during the pyretic, and I just watch, like they're standing still, but they're holding right click and their HP is just getting dumpstered. I see it happen all the time. That's what happened to me right there, yeah. Everyone just loves Mr. Chort. I saw somebody put Chort in jorts. I literally didn't have my hand on the mouse. How is that possible? Did a fucking ghost just move my character? Oh, I auto-attacked during it, yeah. No, you raise a good point. You know, it's funny, I actually wasn't sure if it was movement or action, so I was deliberately not using skills. But it makes sense it would be autos. That is how all the other, stillness mechanics work too. I can gap close through it? Oh, you know what I gotta do next time I come in here then. I gotta go for the style points. There's quite a few. There's a difference between don't move mechanics and don't act mechanics. Don't act means anything will get you killed. Don't move mechanics, usually you can still act. That's a don't act mechanic, which includes auto attacks. That's because there is a lot left to do twice. Yeah, M12S, for example, is a don't move mechanic with the pyretic. But you can still hit the boss during pyretic. I'm just gonna hold this for the boss. Mm-hmm. It just means there's always a game waiting for you when you come back. Even if you, especially if you haven't finished it. There's always fish. Always. The Final Fantasy that's never so final. It's time! The Chort! I like that he's not even here and he just rolls in, too. Like, he could just not do that, but he's like, oh, well, somebody's here. Uh-oh. Somebody's bleeding. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop. Man, the Void Scents start attacking this place and we immediately come here and just destroy them all. You could say that they had a short lifespan. What do you mean, boo, I'm light? Don't be so short-tempered. There's only so many short puns that I can come up with. I'm a little bit short on them. They're in short supply. Mm-hmm. Has anybody made him into a Pokemon and called him Warchortle? Has anyone drawn that yet? If not, make it happen. Where's Warchortle? Just give him the shell. Yes! Alright, well, I'm glad that the internet was smart. Okay, there you go. I'm glad that the obvious was executed on. It seemed easy. I'm proud. Yeah, I mean, the Vothri one is another obvious one, but he is really just Cuhullin. Vothri is the first time that like body model is used, though. But we love Chort. The community's like done with Yan. Now we Chort. The Yan's time has come and gone. Now, we chort. Alright, ever going freezing? Thanks for the maps earlier. Unfortunately, we only get half of the MSQ during this patch, so the story is kind of short. Ever short, God. That's a lot of M's. Masterful manipulator Malphas. Bro, literally, this is our domain. You're in our domain. That's why we're here. No. These won't work the same way, in case you didn't know. The rubbish! It's gone! I was gonna say, this should just be side. Oh my god, it killed me. That's funny, because I even said it should just be sides, and then subsequently died horribly. If I was still on the West Coast, I would have been fine. I did come up a little short on that one. I'll just wait till my 2s come up here. I mean, she asked. That's a pretty apt descriptor. Dance. Right, I forgot they actually move around at one point during this. Wah! Hey, nice ping. It worked. Honestly, true, Soma. True. I never restarted the game to turn that on. Good morning, Maleficent. Do 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 do. No, minion. He'll be back. He's just gonna go get reborn in the void.
I think that's all of them.
For now.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's not that simple.
It's over.
Malphas is gonna have some words here.
I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Exposition dump here.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait! If you do that, I will be trapped here.
He wants to go back and live.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding?
He wants to go be reborn. Yeah, Chort didn't have a fissure to retreat back into. Or none that we could see nearby.
You want to go back to the void? Your kind have entered this realm before, some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here.
Listen, I know a couple people who are working on that, pal.
I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home.
Damn right,
She and her
Ulysses.
companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the dark.
Look at Ulysses going to bat for his girlfriend already. Love seeing that.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I have consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Look at Eulish just talking sense to a void scent to send him home. Love that guy.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
It's like, make sure you mention me. Make sure, my name is Eulish.
Indeed.
Make sure she knows that.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? Thought I might lead by example.
Hey! I should probably turn those off because I'm doing MSQ. But good reminder. Where was that during the short jokes? I guess people were just short on points to do the redemption. Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsabard contingent was successful in containing the threat to their front. For Void sent to attack in such numbers just as we were finding our feet, I daren't imagine the consequence had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. Something weighs heavy on Thancred's mind. Oh, you're not in the cool pauldrons anymore.
The contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being.
But why?
Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
The moon!
Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open. A gate which was instrumental in our bid to reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability.
Great, saying less words, they're in trouble.
Paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift. And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry. Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loperites are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
To the moon!
Alphino, Alize, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
We'll be back before you know it.
They're like, listen, we just want to help Garlemald, please. Stop making us go everywhere. A quick word, if you will. If you see Zero, say my name.
I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero.
I called it.
All this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
Good morning, Catholic. Is it a buzz? It is. It's 100%.
Emergency rations in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
Emergency. There's a Paimon in there?
She likes dumplings.
Anyway, I'm gonna eat this now. Of course, the Loprits. Cam froze? I'll fix it.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporits too are beset with void scent.
Yes.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all.
Hello, Mapping Way.
Yes, void scent. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
Why? Then we wouldn't have the rest of the patch, my guy.
For some reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion. But she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Where's Chording Way? That could be any of the Loprits. They're all kind of short. Why, hello. Alright, I may have overdone it a little bit on killing these bombs. Never mind. I've got you, Loporit friend. My valiant savior. Are you looking for Living Way? I saw her heading southwest towards the Drowning Brand. She had several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry there won't be enough for all the void scent. Better hurry. Slaughter bots. I don't remember from past precedent, but I wouldn't be. That makes the most sense to me, K Brown. I feel like it's usually been the second one, yeah. Hello, Living Way. Oh, Living Way. I like how it immediately tells me I'm going to be placed in the unmaking. This floor is so bright.
Of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Damn, he knew the story already.
Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves.
Well, now you have a reason to.
Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been.
Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberant to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
But you're living way, not building way.
Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void sent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Gee, I'm sure that won't happen. Remember that scene from Enfield?
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
Yep.
There you are.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Perfect. Just imagine if the Voidsent got their hands on that.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Golbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
Let's go find out. Is it resonating with the key? Damn right.
By the 12.
Open the trail to the heavens. The gift of ethos. It could end if I unsubbed. That would end the journey. Incorrect. True, it would pause the journey. Hey, it's the lines from the trailer. Evercold trailer. I can go wherever I want now. There it is, the Dawn Trail. Hey, Golbez, what's up? Hello, Zero. I can open all of my own portals now. I must close it. Sir, you don't want the smoke. Now you really don't want the smoke. Man, Euless would be losing it right now. My man. Oi!
What are you doing here?
Yeah, Euless hasn't seen Paladin Zero. A visit felt long overdue.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Damn right. I've got a DoorDash for Zero.
Appears to have made it a tempting target.
Hey, Enuo.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean.
Hey, that's where I'm pretty sure that's where his dungeon is in Final Fantasy V. In the ocean.
Of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
I mean, I'll need you to land the finishing blow, but that's fine. All by myself?
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Turn them all into crystals, Zero. Oh, hey, she's reverting to Reaper form. I guess that makes sense. She can job change.
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield.
Yeah, I mean, she's literally Cecil, so that makes sense.
Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
I mean, she is right. She's going DPS to make this easier.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown?
Nah, dude, I'm just the goat.
I fight to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
That's not gonna work, pal. You're just giving me a stage. Alright, anyone else wants to join? Get your first time, second chance points, all that stuff. Bastards 1227 on Ether. Golbez is like, he doesn't know. He has no idea. Looks like it's just support roles left. It's normal mode, you'll be fine. Unfortunately, this character really can't job change. people think that's going to happen on the first, too, but the first restoration is pretty much underway. I think we pretty much set the 13th on its path, and that it's not really for us to meddle in anymore. Yeah, nobody wants. Everyone's like, I'm not doing support, dude. It is a Wednesday at 10 a.m. I am not playing tank or healer right now. Listen, I got second chance points on the line here. Selby, thanks for the 18 months. Hi, Snow. Yeah, we got tank and healer spots open. It's not worth playing support in a normal mode. I did on my main. It's going good. I'm just doing 7.5 MSQ. I'll give it a few minutes. It's a normal mode. I'm not going to wait around forever to get this done. When I could be fish. I still got so much fishing to do. Good morning, Kime. MSQ's going good, yup. Alright, we are all set. So I don't know what that emote does, but I hope it's just a picture of Chort. And that's it. All of that just for one Chort. Alright. The answer, however, is a lot. It's not an emote. It's gonna be. This might be Shakespeare. I like the maid in an axe showing up to fight Enuo. No, it's Benu. If this was Benstar, which it's almost certainly not, it would be Benuo. Hey, let's get that guy. This is so true.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
No. Right, there's only the explosions in normal mode. My brain was like, where's the donut?
The void's power is mine to wield. Perish.
That's so funny.
Be still.
No. It's so slow.
Accept your downfall.
I like that Not Hunts is right at the start of this. It's also way slower, but still. Not hunts another. A part of me wanted to just drag it through the middle for fun, but I'm just not going to. I was like, it's normal mode, it'll be fine.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
God, he's getting so cooked. Alright, guys. I'm going on vacation. We have to do this. This is the most important thing. You guys got this, don't worry. I'm gonna go explore the void. I'll see you guys later. That's because it is big. It goes all the way to the end of the map. Look. I'm looking for Chort! Where is he? He had to have made it! I have to believe. I dropped aggro on everything. I'm actually out of combat. Oh no, I'm not. There it is. It came back. I wanted to see if Peloton would work. Where's Chort? Where is he? I'm alright. I found the end. How you guys doing over there? That looks fun! Are you guys having fun? Look, there's ants over there fighting. You guys got it! And I'm saved.
Underlings are no more. Now to deal with Enuo.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us.
Time for super
I
wings.
will not yield my domain.
Wings of light and dark.
Of the void.
Thank you, Zero. My God, they're so cool.
The void shall never cease to be.
I mean, probably not, but still. Bro, you're just saying things. They don't even have any relation to each other.
The void's power is mine to wield.
Nope, didn't mean to do that.
Last all might cease to be.
Do.
Behold the truth of this world.
What are you talking about, my guy? Literally no one asked.
Accept your downfall.
Not me. Oh, we have conflicting ideologies, I see. You might want to run fast. Whoa! Never mind. Paladin, don't care. Honestly, in PF, if I get targeted by that as a paladin, I'm just gonna stand there. No, you can't just do that because then you screw the other person. I would love to, but unfortunately, the other person does need to be rotating. I liked what I saw there. I liked what I saw. Somebody JP dodged them. Yeah, my guy doesn't know that he's like a billion years too late to be using Almagest.
They must be sealed away.
He has no idea how many expansions late he is to using Almagest. And he's a crystal. Good job, you two. It's over. Enuo's reign is at an end. I'm sorry, I have to say it like this.
Enuo's reign is at an end.
Well, that, I had a second cup here.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone.
I think you would have been A-okay, completely honest with you.
I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
I haven't seen anything at all. Oh, my ult looks horrible, dude. Absolutely terrible. I did that on purpose, though.
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask? So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse, precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force.
It was like it was occurring naturally.
Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
What of Radzatan and Garlemald?
Oh, we took care of all that. Don't worry.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper.
had to make sure I got my boy Ulysses back for Zero.
Whether Void Sent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home.
Got a wingman for my boy.
Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Ulysses as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate and its
We really call me immortal at this point? Come on. I've got my own portals I can open now.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
It's for me and me only.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth.
I mean, I'm gonna open it for someone else.
I would have liked
I'll
to see
figure it
my
out,
friends
Zero.
again.
Don't worry. Yes, it is an opportune time to give her the buzz. Wait, I have to do the lines.
That key of yours intrigues me. Had my former self known of its existence, I might have sought different means to reach the source.
There we go. To reach the sauce! He needs to reach the sauce. That smell. Food, is it? Ah, I recall Euless speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel, and the fond memories. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more, whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. Oh, he still has the same line. Got it. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon the darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after sensing Enuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. Yeah, Golbez can try some dumplings too. Presume you remember traveling by Nisroch. Once we reach the surface, the creature will convey us to my domain.
There is a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igayorm herself crafted the device that I may lay low the Servant of Light.
That's a nice little detail added in there.
Ironic that we now use it seeking to restore light to the void. Ah, forgive my idle reminiscence. 'Tis time we made our descent. There are many in this domain who still fear me. I shall remain here to avoid needless provocation.
Though it was not always so. Many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual ether from Barbaricha's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Thanks, Barbaricha! Right, we had best prepare for our potential guests. Join me in my abode when you're ready.
That must be Golbez. I would gladly consume his ether if I stood the slightest chance of not being gobbled up first. Ever since she brought you to this domain, our numbers have swelled. We grow tired of conflict. I waited an eternity for Zeramis to save this world, but my faith was misplaced. In the end, it was Zero who brought us hope. She's the reason I keep coming back here, day after day.
Homeboy's just floating here. Leave me be. Oh, alright. Goodbye.
Zero's amazing! Truly, Golbez is equal in every sense.
This squid-headed void scent.
How are you faring, mortal? I've been training to alter my form just like Zero. It'll be the very essence.
I don't like the idea of a mind flayer changing its form. That's a little too familiar to me. Takashi, thanks for the 61 months. Any more? Looks at Baldur's Gate. That's not good. Doesn't look like there's anyone over here. They probably didn't go too crazy with adding talkable void scent way outside the path. Granted, you do have to walk around a little bit here after the Zero cutscene. Ah, here we go.
Well, I appear to have made a complete recovery of the ignominy of starving to death. Maybe my fellow Voidsent here can be trusted.
Alright, let's go talk to Zero. Phantom, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. Hey, that's a year. That's so many years. I imagine you remember these. The transmitters we used to receive light from the First. If memory serves, they worked by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-rift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed onto the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Hey, we gotta go steal some flood. No, I didn't Irish. That's good. Oh, here's another one. Oh, hey, a Troyan manservant. Hey, they're all taking a bath together.
No longer will I partake of the ether of other beings, not even if I shrivel and starve.
Splish splash, they were taking a bath. Boom, 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 boom. Please read the pinned. Unless the pinned went away? What the? Oh, here we go. Why was it the third item? Okay, just making sure.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond.
This is interesting. This is one of those cutscenes that's animated that it wouldn't normally be
They will
voiced.
serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Not really. It is animated like that. One shot looked like it, but the rest of it's animated as if it would be voiced. Oh, not on mobile. Thanks, Twitch. Every time. It's always mobile, man. Every time. Orb. No, it's fine. That's why that's there. Ah, yeah, Hype Train probably overriding it. Malphas! What's up, boss?
Immortal no less. I did not expect to see you here.
I made a promise. No, it's fine, Prangine.
I am Zero, and this is my domain.
It should have been George.
It is a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take,
It's all right.
cannot say.
You guys have a lot of
Those
time.
us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try and try again?
Very well.
I like you, Malphas.
This latest ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Heck yeah. I like the way it just gently floats away. It would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. Yes, then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Ulysses for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us.
Funny you should say that.
Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
Working on it, Zero. Working on it.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears he's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Don't worry, I'm on my way back. They're all so worried about us. Hey, I'm here.
Wait. Is that...
Who else would it be, Graha?
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
I've got a lot of explaining to do.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-Sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
I'm sure Halmurid has something to say about that.
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
There she is. We saw that she talked to them on the moon in the trailer, so. Thancred. Jump into action.
And who might you be? Not her Void-Sent, I'd wager.
Greetings.
That's always a great way to say hello.
I am Halmurid of the Ascians. We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
Now you have a pretty looking sword.
I wish only to talk. Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections.
Yes, that is correct.
Ha! You just had to show him off, huh? Labubu Calyx.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Yes.
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
He's Lafufu.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
I need the stare emoji, but just that face instead.
If you wish to speak, Halmurid, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients. As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards. Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark.
It's so pretty.
The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning.
Bet.
The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost. Yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come.
I like that you can barely see Calyx because she made the grass too tall.
For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
Ah, you found it, Burish.
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
My man is so smart.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections.
Myself included.
Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true,
Geode, no!
what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem.
That's not a face I wanted to zoom in on, I'm not gonna lie.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own.
Why do you have that?
To the brink of ruin to face you.
Why do you have that?
Wait!
Oh, and there it goes. She was just testing my reflexes. No. Yeah, she was just using her creation magics to do that. But I don't like that she just knew it that well. To think that individual of Calyx ilk or worse exist on other shards. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still coming to terms with it all. Hamlet can't be speaking the truth, can she? The Ascians once labored to resurrect Zodiac and bring back those who rendered their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who live now, we fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Halmaret doth truly seek a rejoining to avert this solstice, to ensure some survive and otherwise all would perish, then our interests are not so disparate. You're going evil, Urianger? Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. Though I am tempted to dismiss a preemptive rejoining as an utter absurd solution, her words are not to be taken lightly. There you are! One moment you were standing before me, and next you'd vanished into thin air. Thanks to you, all the void sent have been eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater, though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? There's a few things wrong, Living Way, yes. But that's preposterous. As far as I'm aware, Highland made no mention of a natural rejoining. I have to consult the records to be certain, but not before thanking you for dispatching the void sense so handily. You well and truly saved the day. That's the patch title! The implications of the solstice and the winterer's schemes, as well as our own approach moving forward, will take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. We're all here! Not everyone, but most of us. There's a couple of us not here. And by we, I mean our fellow scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. We need hoary boulder. Anyway, a fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. 'Tis settled then. To the Rising Stones. Yeah, no, it said Rising Sun. He said Waking Sands, I would have lost my mind. But I mean, I skipped all the cutscenes, but I've also seen the trailer. I knew we were coming here. Good morning, Dalish, and thank you, Ariel, for the 66 months. Nary a thing has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here.
Why you gotta creep up on me like that, Urianger, my dude?
Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed...
Bro, I've still been hanging out with you this whole time. Not much has changed, my guy.
Apologies for our delay.
The boulder. Hello, Flamin.
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
Yeah, no surprises there. He's probably watching right now.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
Yes.
Will you apprise us of the details?
I got you, Hoary Boulder. And the time passed.
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Scent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat.
Dead Guy, thanks for the $10 tip, my dude. Appreciate it. We need those light beacons in, like, every realm. If every realm is channeling energy to every other realm simultaneously, then we create equilibrium.
I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation...
There, I solved it.
Then what can we possibly do?
Just summon Hydaelyn and Zodiark again, obviously.
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I think she knew and chose to trust in us.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
No, Tataru, the world is ending!
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
He first. No, the world is ending.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Bro, that's literally every other weekend. We need tea. Continent and I had remained in Corvus to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving its relations with other people. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvus. Then, perhaps you could hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke the fires even hotter. 'Twas by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alice and I have opted to formally withdraw. You guys are just every time you go back! But as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alice and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve in keeping the Garleans safe. Ulysses and his comrades are working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed. In the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Ulysses and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. Judging by your guise, Clemence, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlian astrology. At one point, I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be of much use on the battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target. So sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. Makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. After Arionje and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Zak'Tarol. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Lower Zeneta, before heading up to the coast of the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce how truly diverse Tyrol is. We also met with the Wallachie, Blue Mage mention. There's your Blue Mage update in 7.5. We also met with the Wallachie. Though we had not the time to study their art at length, we were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Uriaji is going to come back as a Blue Mage in the MSQ. Confirmed. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands. For better or for worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see on that continent. I should very much like to return, given the chance. Reminder that we didn't go to a lot of Zak'Tarol. Also setting up future locations to go. Enuo and I were training in Gridania when the Void sent attack to the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the twin adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly apprised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstances and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us that we stand together once again. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite. Also, yeah, where's Flamin? She might be behind the counter. I didn't really look. She just didn't have a talking point. Yeah, I heard Iron Oxydorus was found. Ugh. Next in 2 hours? Perfect. I'll still be live at that point.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I'm not like him.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
That sounds exciting.
It was not my intent to excite. I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway.
But I do have the means.
What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost?
I like the smile.
I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, It is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion.
Get back in your small body.
Aspiration and unwavering ideals.
I'm very familiar with the prospect after dealing with the Ascians, my guy.
No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
No, you. I was really hoping they were gonna pan back and we'll see him as the plush walking away. If shattered stars are doomed to mend, how turns the key to winter's end? And that is patch 7.5, part 1. It's crazy. That actually feels like it could have been all of part 1 and part 2. But I guess part 2 is going to be us figuring out how to get to the 4th. Which, obviously, we have the key and... We have Ozim's Crystal and Ethos. I guess we could just call it by its name now. So it's about I still think in the Evercold trailer, when he's dressed as a Reaper with Xenos Scythe, pretty sure that's the Ragnarok. So I'm going to stick with my tinfoil hat theory that we're going to somehow fuse Ozim's Crystal and Ethos with the Ragnarok and use that spaceship to travel across the star. Travel across the realms. I'm going to hold on to that. That airship could also just be because the new expansion's entirely in the sky, off the ground. But I'll still be nonsense and hold on to that.